empezó la guerra, ellos me protegieron. Me cuidaron mejor que ningún humano.
No son personas, Maya. Solo programas.
Well, hello, it's Gonzalo from Cartelera in Spain. First of all, congratulations for the movie.
Thank you.
I have to ask you because this movie is about the artificial intelligence, which in the last six months, maybe, it has exploded absolutely. So, did you expect that when you started working on the movie?
I would love to say yes. It was all this great master plan. It wasn't. I don't know if we got lucky or unlucky. The idea with the movie, I mean, we're coming out at the end of September, and so I think the robo-apocalypse is going to happen in November. So I think I'm fine with that. Like that doesn't, I'm sort of happy with that. But it was basically, when I was trying to do research on AI and when I started writing the script, it was in 2018, and there was very little, it wasn't like today, there was very little articles and conversation and podcasts. And one of the things I did find, though, that I found really interesting is this lady was trying to prove or find out whether if we had AI, would we care about it? Would we treat them as equals? And so she did an experiment where she got these toy bunny rabbits, and she gave them to people, and they had to play with them. They talked, and they had to play with them for like 30 minutes. And then she gave them a sledgehammer, and she said, now smash it up, and I'll pay you $100. And nobody could smash the toy, because even though they knew it was plastic, they grew empathy for the thing. And I do the same thing with my phone. I say thank you. I won't say her name because she'll turn on. But it's like, and the same even with ChatGPT. I've been playing around. I'm very careful, and I'm always grateful because I worry that when they take over the world, they're going to remember who was nasty, you know.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I mean, do you think that we are going in a wrong way with the artificial intelligence? Because now there's the strike, there's everything. So do you feel that the companies are going in a wrong way with that?
I don't know what the right way is to go. And I think the problem is everybody knows this is a very powerful tool that's coming and already here. But nobody knows, it's not like we're going to build cars and so therefore we need roads, and maybe the car can go 60 miles an hour, and we all know what's going to happen. With AI, no one knows how far and amazing or scary this could become. There's going to be a lot of positives. You know, you're going to be able to, I was chatting to an AI expert the other day, and they were explaining that with a mobile phone, you'll be able to talk to an AI doctor, and anyone in like the middle of Africa will have the greatest doctor in the history of the world who you can show your problem to, and they'll tell you exactly what's wrong with it, and things like this. And so there's a lot of good that will come from it, and there will also be bad, but that's like any great tool, you know, it's happened in the whole history of mankind. So I think anything bad that happens with AI in the future will be because of misuse by humans, I think.
I think you are optimistic, more.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the world of the creator, because it's so vast, so massive, it's amazing. How was the creative process about that? Because there are a lot of details, a lot of things, the visuals are stunning. So how did you develop this world?
I didn't, well, you know, secret, don't tell anyone. I didn't actually develop the world.
Okay.
We just went to the world. Like we really went to the real world and filmed it, and there's loads of details and cool things, and you get credit for it. Where people think that you put that little dog or that car, you know, and so it's a lot, you know, it's cheaper for starters, but actually more realistic. And I really wanted to, like, essentially, normally what you do in a movie like this is you design the film, you show it to the studio, and they say, oh God, that's $300 million movie, and you have to do it in a studio, you know, because it's impossible. So we said, can we just go around the world? We traveled like 10,000 miles, shot the whole movie, edit the movie, and then when it's finished, then we design the world on top. And so anything we got that was like random or interesting, we can use it and then design the science fiction on top of that. And so it was a lot more efficient, and I think a lot more real. Like I wouldn't go back to the other way. I was very happy with the way, you know, the experience.
I think it's amazing. You have done an amazing job with that.
No.
I think that it's so big, this world, that we can actually have like more stories maybe about it because to explore it more. So I don't know. Do you feel that this can become a franchise or maybe a sequel or spin-off, whatever, because it's so big?
I was like, so at home, my girlfriend, like when we have for free, very rarely we have like a free hour or two, and it's like, okay, let's watch something. She always wants to watch, like binge watch streaming television, and I always want to watch a movie, and I never want to watch TV. And she was like, what's your problem? Why do you not want to watch TV? And I thought about it, and I was like, I really like endings. Like I like stories that end, and television goes on and on and on. And I like, you know, like a joke. My favorite part of a joke is the punchline. And so my favorite part of a story is the end. And so this movie is all supposed to have an ending. It's one-off. You know, if we got lucky and the film did okay, and the studio said, "Hey, we would like a sequel," that's a nice problem to have. But I'm not planning or intending to do anything. So, but I do miss the world. I really enjoyed like playing in it.
That's good. Well, as you see, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I have to ask you, how much influence did Rogue One have on this movie for you as a director?
Yeah, well, I think Star Wars had more of an influence on the film, you know, and in the same way that Star Wars had a big influence on Rogue One, like obviously, and I feel like when I was growing up, just like I'm speaking English now to you because my parents spoke English all the time, watching Star Wars as a kid over and over and over, when I got to make a film, I sort of spoke Star Wars, you know, and it's actually hard. You have to take Star Wars out because it's too much. Like when we designed the film, there were some things where like, this is too much like Star Wars, and we have to like, and James Cline, who's the production designer on the movie, he's also a designer on Star Wars films. And so we were both very conscious not to go too much. But you know, it's kind of the reason we're making movies is that kind of film. So you have to like give it a bit of a nod.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I think that my time is over.